So I'm going to do an update video for you because I have moved in. So this is the day after move-in day and things have changed and I want to update you on the things that I've done. So we're going to start in the master bedroom. I haven't done anything to that door yet, but I am going to take that door out and turn it into a wall. I did clean. Unfortunately, my paint's a little bit darker, so it looks bad, but eventually I'll repaint it. I thought the color was the same, but it wasn't. I tried to like remove a lot of the dirt and soot and then paint over so you can see, you know, it's not as scary as it was, but the things that they don't show you close up, you know, it's amazing. Like, they made this place look like it was completely remodeled, but then when you looked really close at the dirt, like, what is that? Some kind of fly thingy. Ugh. You know, I just cleaned this and there's already stuff going on. Anyway, try to ignore the paint color difference. Hi, Harley. He's like, I like my new house. Haven't done much except clean, but you can see how awful it still looks. All of this stuff needs to look really good. Here's the master bathroom. I've decided I'm going to put the closet there. I'm keeping the toilet there. The sink will be probably on the other side of this wall, outside of the bathroom. I'm going to do an insert here, and I'm going to move this washer and dryer into the room. Right now I just have a table here, but I will have some kind of a... I don't really know what I'm going to do with this corner, because it'll be right when you get out of the shower. So I might just keep that table there. One thing I have to do, though, that I didn't think about is how do you get the washer and dryer out of that room? I'm going to put the washer and dryer right there. Then I'll attach a folding door to that that's vented. But I don't know if they make wash machines and dryers thin enough to fit through doors. I don't want to have to knock a wall out, but I will, if that's what I have to do. Measure this. Hopefully they make them. Okay, so that's really good. Just, you know, I do this, but I really don't know a lot. You know, I learn as I go. The wash machines are like 27 inches wide. The lid was completely broken, like useless. So I had to MacGyver it. Yeah, this is no wider than 27. So just so you know, I was just sitting here thinking, oh my God, what if I can't get the wash machine and dryer through the door to get it out? Now we're gonna go from the door itself because that's taking up a bunch of space. We don't have as much room as the actual opening. We really only have, well, it looks like we have about 30 inches still to work with. So luckily there's a wide door. You can see that comes about 30 and a half, because we're gonna have to slide it through and around over to there. Anyway, the dryer looks really nice. I'm pretty pleased with it. I haven't tried it to see if it works, but you know, it looks like they had nice things. They just didn't really take care of them and didn't clean. Anyway, I'm trying to keep up with the cleaning. It's like I have to clean and then re-clean and then re-clean to keep up with what I'm actually used to. There's an example of my paint that doesn't match. So it ends up looking dirty, but in fact, it's all clean now. I scrubbed everything down with vinegar and Dawn power wash. It took, I think maybe 2 days full days of cleaning this room to get the baseboards clean and the walls. This is the closet now. To clean this refrigerator took me an entire day. But it is now usable, and it was just a better refrigerator. You can see how clean it is now. I do have delivery coming today for a corner unit that goes there, because I have nowhere to put my silverware. Right now I have to put my silverware there because I am not putting my silverware in these drawers. Anyway, I know the last time I showed you the saga of the cabinets, and I did a whole video on, it was pretty disgusting, but I did put my spices in there. I feel safe now to put things in here, where I'll take these two cabinets off and I'll saw that line straight up to the ceiling and take that cabinetry out. It's going to be difficult because this is a very solid wood cabinet. It's not flimsy like cabinets are built today. It's built in the 60s when they actually really built things to last still. And that's why I don't want to get rid of these cabinets. The drawers need to be repaired. They're still solid. This will need to be, you know, I'll have to put new wood on it because sadly they were actually using this, which is just so disgusting to me. This is clean, like as good as I could get it for now. I'm not going to use it, but it's just sad because you can tell that they were using it. Like, I don't think they had any understanding of cleanliness, but you can see the wiggle in this drawer. That is because it's missing parts that are easy to fix. I can make these drawers work like new. I've got some stuff in here. Yeah, I just lined everything, cleaned everything thoroughly. It's interesting because these cabinets, there's a gap where the sink is. I'm not really sure why they would do that. So I'm probably going to cover this gap with a board. And of course it needs paint and everything, but I am using it. This was terrifying bad. You can see how uneven all this is. It won't even stick. I may put a whole new board down under there. Of course, you know, the plumbing's terrible. Look at that. That is a fine example of the dirt that was here that you couldn't see in the pictures. You really can't even tell in the videos unless I get really close up how dirty things really were. This floor was put down, but look, there's been water damage. I don't know if, so, you know, everywhere I look, it's just, even though I spent hours, I spent an entire day cleaning this kitchen. They did not put this, they didn't put any kind of, so you let this door drop and the whole dishwasher falls out. So you can use it. This door is so heavy on this dishwasher, it has to be secured. So I have to figure out how to secure this dishwasher to the side walls. But I had to pull it out, clean under it. I had to pull the stove out and clean under it. It was so scary, guys. Like, look at this. This is something I haven't cleaned yet. Because I when I got to this, I was like, I can't even deal with that. I've been cleaning the kitchen all day. So I'm going to get some easy off oven cleaner. I've never even seen an oven this dirty. So it's new for me. Yeah. I will show you in a video how clean it is when it's clean, because hopefully it will look new. You can actually clean things and make them look nice again. I'm just trying to use everything I can so I don't have to buy. Look at that dirty corner, even though I cleaned. Ugh. I'm going to punch this wall out, support it, and this will be framed in to be a pantry from there to there, right there. That'll all be kitchen pantry. and put the money into the kitchen. This is the living room that I was telling you about, how small the area is to put the living room in. I don't know why it's not focusing very well. So we did get that squished all in there with plenty of room. I'd say there's probably 2.5, 3 feet here to walk, which I'm really pleased with. So, you know, it worked out. We'll take that window out eventually. We'll probably clean or paint the fireplace. I don't know which yet. I don't know what color I would paint it, the stone, but I've never painted a stone fireplace, but I'm leaning on painting it. And I've cleaned this house for 5 or 6 straight days, and it's still pretty disgusting. Here's the spare room. The cats are here now, and this is looking like, now I'm getting the idea that I might call it an office space. I'm gonna put the farm doors in here. So I'll have those really cool sliding farm doors that will keep some heat in or keep heat out. At least have the option to close off that wall where there is no vent. Okay, so that's the thing I finally realized, is they put these heat pumps in the rooms that have no vent to the central air, and it's necessary. So in order to heat this garage conversion, I have to have the heat pump on full blast, almost at 80, and an additional little heater, or else it's too cold, because this whole thing was built on concrete and there's no carpet. So I bought a huge carpet that will hopefully help absorb the cold. And then once I section that room off and put a door on it and seal off that door, that should also help with keeping the heat in the room. And then this will also have a door. I don't really know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that's caused from. Obviously, I cleaned up the spider webs, but what is that? And why did that happen? Like, you want to know why. What is it? Something that's stuck? Oh, that is good news. This is literally just needs to be cleaned. For a minute, I thought it was that holes had developed, which would be a stress problem for the building. But it looks like it's just some tacky stuff. They probably, I know they had a cabinet here, so they probably taped it so it wouldn't fall over. Then they didn't remove the tape. So that makes me super happy that I checked that out. Right now, since they haven't built a closet, I'm living out of these handy boxes that the movers gave us. Isn't that cool? 4 of them it took to hold all my clothes that were in my old closet. So that's the way I have to live for a while. I'm going to do a separate video when I get my corner unit. Then I'm just going to move the fridge all the way out here with an extension cord for now until I make a dedicated outlet for it. I think that rug is really helping. So I'm going to put another large rug here. This is interesting. I thought it was that really fake stuff, but I think this is actually stone. Unless it's a type of linoleum that seems like stone. Because when I was cleaning the door, it looked like maybe it was linoleum. Right here you can see the edge, but no, it's definitely stone. So that's pretty fascinating to me. This was just the cut, and then they had put some type of a glue or something here that's come disconnected from the wood. Isn't that amazing and beautiful? I just was fascinated by this because people just don't do this anymore. They just don't. We don't spend this much money to buy these gorgeous, I almost want to pull them up and take them with me. And if these floors weren't so damaged, these are the original floors, wood floors, but they're just terribly damaged beyond repair. So I think that's why they covered a lot of them up with stuff like that. Thoroughly cleaned this bathroom, replaced this. So it's, I didn't buy anything expensive. I'm not putting a lot of money into this place. I normally would put a very large mirror up, but I think I'm just going to leave this whole deal. I don't think I'm going to touch the bathroom. These faucets are really cheap. This one, totally wiggly. And I really couldn't get anything to make it solid. And then I realized it was dripping out of here. So I just completely turned it off. And this drain was broken. So I actually just turned it off. I had to replace that. This was old and gross, as old and gross as that. So I just bought a new one and pulled the old one out and screwed the new one in. They said this toilet was loose. It is solid. So you can't always trust the home inspectors. If a place looks icky, it was so dirty in here and gross, and the water here was so bad, they're just going to say it all needs to be replaced. So now that everything's clean, this bathroom took me forever to clean. It was so dirty. I put new, contact paper down, cleaned all the drawers out, new contact paper, and just makes it look so much nicer. That's all you need to do. You just make it look like it's taken care of. All the plumbing is good. It's so exciting because this was probably my biggest concern. And there was really nothing wrong. But you wouldn't know that from the home inspectors. This doesn't work, so I'm going to replace it with probably a heat light or a regular light, so you have the option. So the switch for it, so this switch is for that, but the switch for that light is here. Oh, I need to replace that. I put a new faceplate on there, but that's the switch for that. Basically here was just some cleaning. I haven't done anything really to the hallway. This bedroom is ready to go now for my daughter. But anyway, you can see I cleaned the windows. That I had to clean like in there. It was really hard. But I did as thorough as I possibly could cleaning. See, all the mold is gone. It looks like 1,000 times better than it did. But you can see that there's a tiny bit of water. Okay, so that explains it. See the water on my fingers? So we just got through a really rainy, big rain, and that could be why the mold was on there, because there could be some mildew problems or something like that. But anyway, I am going to replace both these windows. These windows are still the old aluminum windows, so they're going to get replaced. I just needed everything to be clean enough that I felt my daughter would be safe coming in, living in this room. Here's the cabinet. I have new handles, but the screws for the handles aren't long enough. Yeah, I tried to clean it up and paint it, and we can put a light up there and plug it in, and it can be like a show cabinet. But this cabinet, it is not like cabinets that you buy nowadays. This cabinet is solid. It's super heavy, and the wood is extremely nice, so it's very much worth saving. So that's why I decided to repaint it, and we're going to utilize it. This room I have not touched, so this will give you a reminder of the filth. You can see how that light is not flat. These walls, the color is dim, and just the dirt it's unfathomable that children were living in this house. You know, a reminder of what the windowsills did look like. You can see that disgust, the mold, and there's pennies and coins everywhere. Some of the mildew up there. So these windows aren't working in this type of weather. I just put a piece of tape over the hole. At first I thought, well, maybe it's just the hole doing it, but I think the windows are seeping is what's happening. You know, we got some stickers up there. This ceiling is in worse condition than the other one. I always think everything's damaged in this house, and then it turns out that it's just dirt. But that actually looks like maybe the popcorn had come off. Like maybe they had, I don't know. There's no heat vent down here, so I have no idea like why that part of the ceiling is so damaged. Just filthy, dirty, like disgusting. So it could be that I won't be able to clean this popcorn. I'll just have to paint over. Because I just don't even think you can clean popcorn. I think that's why people hate it so much. I've cleaned that windowsill already because I probably couldn't stand it. But this is a new window, so maybe I didn't. This is the type of window that needs to be put in. So I'll have, maybe I didn't clean it, but it's a newer window. So that's why it doesn't look so horrible. So yeah, at least that's one window I don't have to replace. Because they've already done it for me. But, you know, lots of problems in this room. And, ooh, this room has no baseboards. See, the other room had baseboards. This room has no baseboards. They've all been removed. That's interesting. So, yeah, I'm going to have to put baseboards down. This room will probably look pretty nice. It looks like there's a smash in the door that can be filled with wood glue and sanded. Closets were full of cobwebs. It's just cobwebs. Not too many spiders. I might have found one or two spiders. Okay, so the baseboard's still in here. They just took all the baseboards off in this room for some reason. Why they would do that, I don't know. I don't know what this was. I do know that under this room is the HVAC. So this could have been some kind of an old type of register heat before they put the central air in. I think that was probably a register, and maybe every room has that. So it could be that these rooms at one time, yeah, there's one here in this room. So each room had that old, so somebody put central air in at some point. This house did not come with central air. You can probably find all the spots where those little, there was probably a wall register. Yep, there's this one. You can see. So there was an old wall register in every single room. So that's, you know, when it said that it had central air, I won't buy a house without central air and heat. Because it's expensive. So you just need to think about those things when you're looking at a place. Like if it has central air and heat, that is just a huge expense you don't have to worry about. Interesting. Okay, no baseboard there. I had to clean the door and scrub off all the soot, and now it's just not lacquered. I locked myself out. I tried to clean this door, but I know it looks good from the inside, but from the outside, it's just a mess. I had to clean the frame. Everything had just dirt on it like this, you know. I forgot to clean that part, but kind of tried to clean the walls a little bit. They were all full of soot. This whole thing was full of dirt and leaves, and so I swept this up this morning. It took me a couple hours, but this is the outside, and the outside is amazing. Really, like, just the concrete somebody put in alone would be probably, I was thinking, the value of the house. Look at these concrete jobs. This is slate. I mean, who gets to have this anymore in a $300,000 house in California? You know? This work is amazing. This was a huge sell for me. Plus the fact that it's completely fenced in. That's unheard of. But literally there is a fence around the entire house. That's the opening. I've got to put a new gate in. But, you know, it's not in terrible condition. This board just needs to be screwed back in. You know, some of these boards are sticking out, but I mean, honestly, I could paint this and it would look amazing. Because I have seen wood in much worse condition. Some of these aren't in great shape, but honestly, like, there's my sweet pile. All that was, some of it I pushed over the edge over there, but I didn't do any of this yet. Because I got to there and I was absolutely exhausted. But there's about an acre of land and it's all fenced in. I'm in a bathroom. So now we have to replace that. And it's very